Hello and welcome. Silrace here with Support Sunday. There you can see the two team makeups. So I'm using an older footage here on the background for this particular Support Sunday because I am stuck with the apply patch bug at the moment for my Heroes of the Storm play, so I am taking this week Support Sunday on the safe side and using something older, as in the apply patch bug. Whenever I log into the game, there is an apply patch button and I apply the patch, but I still have massive amounts of lag when I happen to, actually try to play. And so whenever I log out and log back in, there is again the apply patch bug. So it doesn't actually apply the patch. Anyway. I wanna talk about, well, supporting in general, a little bit of the support mindset and dealing with games such as you are seeing on the background here, because this is going to be a little bit horrible. This is going to be insults around here, there is going to be some horrible play here, and there is going to be some decisions I make which end up me being obviously insulted as well. But I still stand behind the decision, for example. Anyway, like the very early run into the bush and die, which is unfortunately common, and ends up with people dead very early. You should watch my charging out the gates tape video and maybe learn something about, well, not charging out the gates alone, right? But support is my main role. I just love playing support. And also, if you are about to complain about a hero, whether that hero is an Avatar, whether that hero is a Nova or a Zeratul or whatever hero, if you're about to complain about one of those as, being bad for whatever and so on, play that hero and figure it out for yourself if it is or not. Because that is what I would highly suggest. Then you can figure it out for yourself. And here I am working as a tank, but hey, Tyrann the tank for the win, especially when people stack up and let me stun them all. Alright, come on, dude. Come on, fight me. I'm gonna run away from the lightning shield. Then put an owl into his head. Because Tyrann is awesome like that. Although I just cannot hang around. Simple as that. I just can't hang around at this low HP. Unfortunately that's the case, but I cannot. So I'm gonna go back. That means there is one more dead Kerrigan. And then it also means more insults from the Kerrigan. Anyway. So dealing with games like this. Games like this happen to everybody, where stuff happens and you cannot fully and utterly control it. This is the first goal. It's like we can leave here now and it would be fine. Like, this is the first goal. We're doing this a little bit badly though, because people still chasing for whatever reason. Instead of like, well, that would have been a nice stack. I still got two of them in stun, but there is just no way to win this fight now, because we were in health disadvantage because everybody was chasing instead of doing the objective and giving them all these 4 kills without actually getting a single kill back. Because look at the health bars on these folks. Yeah, simple stuff like that. That's, for example, why I shoot the first target. Simply is the reason why I shoot the like closest target, not the first target, but the closest target. Because that means if everybody shoots the closest target, it really doesn't matter. Okay, there is no skulls there anymore. It really doesn't matter if it's the enemy tank. If I can reach that target or damage the target without being damaged in return, then that is exactly correct, right? Like, if I'm not taking damage by smacking a dude, then I'm doing something wrong, because that means there is one less people I need to heal as the support. I don't need to heal myself, right? I need to let the warrior and the damage dealers do their jobs, and I need to do mine, which is to heal people. And as a support, this is what you should be doing. And this is a mistake here. But I was honestly thinking that the ETC would have like came with us, but that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case, like at all. So, oh well. And then the ETC hangs around to fight, but this is no longer a fight I want to join because all the enemies are there. So I just don't want to join that. And there are mercenaries here. Remember the fact that this is the first golem. So this is one of those situations where one of the DPSs should have come here, because we are half a level behind in XP. The first golem, even with a 5-man push, and if you look at where the enemies are on the map right now, there is not a 5-man push on top lane. Even with a 5-man push, there is a really hard time on reaching the keep, and even especially destroying the keep with the first golem. It is very weak. It's a 75 skull golem and it is almost destroyed, right? So whatever. And we are just barely a level behind. I'm gonna try to grab this before these guys come. That's it. And then they are now going over there to take that. That's fine. I'm just gonna go back here. Essentially, why I went for that eyeball is I saw them going towards top. I tried to give my team a vision of them, but also because I knew they would go for it. They would waste a little bit of their time. Unfortunately, we end up with dead people because now there is a 5-man push there. And I am getting insulted for this play, for actually being down here, getting all this XP. Look at the XP difference between two teams. If I was not here to soak any of this XP, what would that XP difference be? So it is up to the rest of the team to basically do their jobs. If there is no support around, you are supposed to survive on your own. That means being careful, a little more careful which fight you run headfirst into, and so forth. Or, if one of those damage dealers would have come down here to clear all of this, I would have been completely okay with that, right? Then I would have been able to be in the top lane. If the Kerrigan or the Keldas had been down here in the bottom lane to actually AoE down these things, yeah, I could have just been in the top lane to heal. But that is one of those things you make decisions over when you play a game. Like, where am I supposed to be? Where will I do the most good for my team for this moment? And sometimes, unfortunately, it ends up being situations like that. And not such a good timing for it, but there is a 3-man stun. So that makes up for it, right? Unfortunately not, because I didn't have damage to back it up. ETC is in top lane still, so need to walk away from this. Abathar is gonna get exploded, and so forth. And ETC is going out there to destroy folks, because he's ETC. Anyway. So as you can see, this game is not going very well for us, and there you can see the stats for the moment. And it just goes like this from time to time, from game to game. And you can't necessarily stop that snowball, especially on a support hero. Because a support hero, you cannot take the role of a damage dealer all of a sudden. You can, for a short duration of time, take the role of a tank. Especially when you are a support hero with heals and maybe some other survivability tools, for example Rhaegar, or Uther with a stun and double heals and a divine shield or a divine storm. This is a horrible placement by me. I went in expecting the Kerrigan to go in as well, and essentially the Kerrigan went in, but oh well. But the warrior was too far behind, and I basically caused, well, I don't think I caused the entire team fight there, but it was very close to that. Very close to that. So yeah, that's gonna be 100 skull golem for the enemy team, and in situations like this, the first thing you do is you just charge the closest mercenary camp to try and take it as fast as possible. Should be charging the Bruiser camp, but we didn't have enough people alive. And then begins the usual insults, because nothing is your fault, obviously. It's the fault of everybody else in the team. Don't ever fall into that trap, alright? When you're playing any game like this. And the fact that I am not getting help with this siege camp is very, very funky. Very, very funky. It's quite unfortunate, but well. But hey, it is me versus Regar. I got my heal off. You are welcome to try to do stuff. I am Tyrande and I walk away from Regar, like so. Right. I know a little bit of what I can do with Tyrande and how far I can push Tyrande because I've played her so much. I've played Tyrande quite a bit. I really like playing Tyrande. Unfortunately, she doesn't quite fill the support role for the mindless people. With someone like Uther, I can save people from themselves. I can save people from doing crazy things. Somebody just charges up in the middle of nowhere. It's Divine Shield, and I have an Absorption Shield, and I have a Cleanse, and I have a couple of heals on top of that. And they can still get out of doing stupid stuff. But I am starting to realize that I need to play a hero, a healer, a support like Tyrande who cannot do this. Because the more people I save from themselves, from doing completely crazy stuff and they can get away with it, the more people actually expect to be able to do that stuff. So with a Tyrande I cannot do that, and people will slowly have to learn to actually survive on their own without the help of the support. Right? Because sometimes you need to play without your support around. The support is dead, or the support is doing something else on the map, or is on the way still. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this week's Support Sunday.